got my man's here in the car, man. Former teammate, man. Somebody I stayed in touch with, man. It's crazy. We was just talking about it, man. 10 years we played. 10 years ago, we was playing
Yeah.
together, man, out in France, man. And Torey's still going, man. Them legs still moving out there, huh?
No doubt, man. It was definitely a pleasure playing with you, and I'm glad we stayed connected throughout
Yeah.
these years.
Nah, for sure. You already know good people got to stay connected, man. You only as tight
Mm,
as the circle around you, man. So,
no doubt.
that's always gonna be the case with us, man. But we here to talk about your year in Sweden, man. You had a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful opportunity to obviously play well and things of
Hmm.
that nature, and that was kind of like a step that propelled your career. But
Yeah.
you had a game in particular that we're going to talk about today, where you played against Scottie Pippen, man. Not everybody
Yeah.
can say they touched the floor with a legend, man. So
That's fact.
take us through that experience,
Yeah.
man, and how that
So
was.
yeah, and I was playing for Akropol, which is in Sweden and in the Stockholm area, specifically Rinkeby, and that's where I came in there, and I'm like, wow, first season, and we're playing, and all of a sudden we hear a lot of rumblings, like you going to Sundsvall to play against Scottie Pippen, and he's playing in the league. I'm like, Scottie Pippen, what is this? Is this a joke? And they're like, no, he's coming for an exhibition, like 5 games, but one of the games are going to be against you, and you're going to travel to Sundsvall, and you're going to go play against Scottie Pippen. So we was excited, man. 2008, I'll never forget that, man. Touched the floor with Scottie Pippen. And the funny thing is, I got like they gave out like MVPs of the game. So of course, Scottie Pippen got it, and I ended up getting co MVP of the game. So that was like really cool for me, and I got a lot of publicity from that, and called home. By this time, it was Skype dial up still going on. 2008, it was Skype and dial up, bro. It was none of this instantaneous stuff. We had to wait to get
Right.
information through. So that was real cool.
Yeah. So what was it like on the court? With
Yeah.
Scotty, being on the court, was it? I mean, obviously he was older at that point,
Yeah.
but
What it
what
was
do you remember from the game?
Nah, but I remember how he controlled the whole game. He still had his game. He used the backboard like he did in the NBA. He did everything that he would do, and he just did it at his pace, right? So I'm over there. I'm 22 years old, flying around the court. He's at his pace. He still could score at any angle of the best. He still could pass. He's still playing, defense. He's athletic. He's Scotty, and he's just a little older. You know what I mean? So he's Scotty, what I envisioned as a bull Scotty. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a little older, and us, we're anxious. I'm anxious, but we played the game. Scotty and them, this team was very good at the time. No matter if they had Scotty or not, with Scotty was just a crazy enhancement of an already good, maybe top 2, 3 team in Sweden at the time.
Right. And I
Yeah,
imagine too, like, I mean, because even when you look around Europe today, there's not a lot of 6'8" wings that can handle, shoot, post you, take you on the perimeter and stuff. So
right.
I can only imagine back then, man,
Back
he
then,
he would have been a crazy mismatch, for
it
any of
was a
those
mismatch
wings.
for everybody on the court. It was a mismatch because he could take you outside. He, like you said, his pace. He played at a pace that was like mythical, right? Like it was like he could do anything on the court, and it showed not just because we knew it was Scotty, but how he played the game, and he also got all of his teammates involved. It wasn't Scotty trying to score 30. Scotty could score 30 effortlessly, but Scotty probably had another 10 assists, another 10 rebounds, a couple steals, a couple blocks, right? It was admiring who he was as a player growing up, being a Bulls fan because of Mike and Scott, but also being on the court and still handling my bit. I didn't look at it like we scared to play Scotty. I was going and doing my thing too. So I was excited for the opportunity to do
Hmm.
that, to
And
be
what
part
was
of something like that.
and what was the atmosphere like in the arena?
Unbelievable. They didn't stop clapping, stop yelling. Like their atmosphere was a lot of fans. It was jam packed, sold out, clapping, yelling, just enjoying the moment. They were grateful for the moment. You could tell. And that's just what it was. They were grateful. The atmosphere was unbelievable. They had a great fan base. They were loud. It was one of those smaller gyms that probably fit about 3, 4 thousand, and they filled it up. And it was like, that's major for Sweden. It was televised. and it was just one of those things where you felt it as soon as you stepped foot off the bus. We took a bus, a double-decker bus. First time I ever took a double-decker bus throughout Sweden. It was about a 5-hour drive. Bus was nice. It had Wi-Fi on it. We had little lunches, and we were just there to go rock out.
I'm interested. What were like the local players, like the Swedish players, like how were they? Because I mean, they probably never
Hmm.
thought they would see a Scottie Pippen. Like, how were
Right.
they? How do you remember them? Their reactions,
They
leading
there
up to the
was
game and stuff like
yeah,
that.
leading up to the game, we was just like still in disbelief because we were like, "What? This is Scottie Pippen's coming here?" Like it was like unbelievable, right? So their reactions was the same as mine. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have thought to play with Scottie or see Scottie. So we all was feeling the same way, like like we can't wait to play the game. So nobody was like really nervous to play, but we were more anxious to play,
Hmm.
and we were like, "Yo, let's go. Let's have a good game against Scotty. You have nothing to lose. This is part of the game. And whoever steps on the court, you play against them, and you just enjoy the moment. I definitely savor that moment.
Yeah, because when I think about it, Magic and doing the video on Dennis,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now we're doing it on Scotty. It's like these are very isolated moments. Like these guys played a couple games,
yeah.
and cats
That's
like us that played overseas. We don't always have that opportunity to touch the floor with the legends, the guys we grew up watching. Like some of us
right.
probably had Scottie Pippen shoes, bro. Like you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
had
Like
Pippen shoes. Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
had Pippen shoes for sure.
yeah,
Pippen posters. I have all of that. I had it all. Pippen posters, Pippen shoes, and admire how Pippen really approached the game. His two-way mentality, his unselfish ways of playing a point forward back then. I appreciated his brand of basketball and being on the court. Like you said, it might skip you because it was only a few games he did it. Rodman, Magic Johnson, now Pippen, but Torey Thomas was able to step foot on this. So how can I?
right.
I can't complain about nothing. I was in that. I was in the game. I was there. It wasn't just I could tell you about a story. I was in the story.
Right. Nah, and
You
then
know?
and then you had a good game. I mean, being co-MVP, and I
Yeah.
think that over the course of our careers, I feel like we always look back on like the big games, whether it be championship, playoffs, whatever it is, and then we always
Hmm.
feel bad about the ones we didn't play well in the big moment. But then, like
Right.
having those games you remember where it was a big moment and you played well makes it all the more special.
Yeah. Exactly. That I think it was special because um when you mention the name and you say, well, Scottie Pippen played in Sweden, you like, okay. And then they say Scottie Pippen played Acropole in Sweden. Okay, how that game go? Okay, Scottie Pippen's team definitely won, but then it says MVP, Scottie Pippen, co-MVP, Torey Thomas. You in the same sentence as him. No matter
Hmm.
how you spice, I don't care where it is, in
Hmm.
what country, in what level, whatever it is.
Right.
That's special. And that's
Yeah.
something that I can like you see years later, me and you are be able to talk about it. Just because you brought up a few different names, different thing, I said no. I gotta tell them I've been part of some type of history.
Yeah, hey, it's been
Yeah,
16 years. You need to sit your old ass
16
down.
years.
God
Word up,
dang,
man.
16 years, man. It's
16
crazy.
years, man. That's
Nah,
unreal.
nah, it is, man. But nah, man. All the more blessings to you, man. Still keeping
I
it going
appreciate you.
at this time, man. And I appreciate you pulling up and sharing your experience and your story, man. And
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
man. You always been supportive, man. You always
Yeah.
shared the game, man. So I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.